Well, judging by that old calendar on the wall, it's that time of year again. That's right, it's that time of year again. What time, you ask? I'm glad you asked. It's my birthday. Thanks. Normally I've got some party blower things, a party hat. Not today. We've got something fancier. And I've also got something fun, maybe, from my pal Emily, who went to Disneyworld not too long ago and brought me back some treats. And today, we're going to enjoy one of those today. We're going to get a special birthday treat. You know, I haven't had seafood in a while, so I thought today, let's do a bit of seafood. But not just any seafood, because, you know, we're going to try crabs. Dried crabs, or as the packaging says, Tamagogani, which I'm probably completely mispronouncing. Feel free to correct me. I've seen these once before. In fact, I even bought these once before, and they got kind of lost back in Snackhold there, and kind of expired, I guess. I mean, it's seafood, it's dried in some sort of fashion, so I thought it might be good, but if it's not, it's going to go horribly wrong. So, thankfully, maybe, Emily, she picked me up one of these as a treat, as something fun, as something interesting, as something different to try. So, you know, enough stalling, because that's what I'm doing here. I'm clearly stalling. Let's crack into these. I got some scissors because it says it'll rip, but who knows? Be careful I don't cut through these little fellas before we get to them. All right, let's give them a smell. Ooh, that's fishy. That's crabby. Which, I mean, that's what you want. You want something, you know, fishy. Smell it. As you know, I do like a good, like, fishy cracker. I like, you know, shrimp chips. I like something that's got a good, like, fishiness to it. Squid balls, that kind of stuff. But an actual little crab, I don't know. Let me pour these into a bowl. Easier to deal with. All right. And don't eat that. Now, yeah, they're really fishy. It says they're dried. Actually, let's take a look here at the ingredients. We've got dried crab, some sugar, starch, soy sauce, some mirin, MSG, and some artificial color. Because, you know, they're not crab colored enough, these poor little crabs. Can you hear that? Sounds like a bowl full of Lego. Oh, boy. All right, well, if you didn't get a good enough look before, I'll try to get some closer footage here, maybe even some B-roll. But there it is. It's just a little sort of legless crab. I think there were a couple of actual legs in here, but for the most part, they're just dried crab bodies. I thought they might be spicy too, but apparently not. The ones I bought before, I think might have been. It looked like there was some chili paste or something in with these. In fact, even these look like there's something on there. Something. All right, let's just get to it. Here goes something. Well, I don't know if you can hear how crunchy it is. It's a bit like chewing your nails, chewing toenails. Your own or someone else's. You do you. But, yeah. It's got the consistency of like a fingernail, toenail. It's kind of gritty. It's not as fishy tasting as it smells. And again, is there sugar in this? Yeah, dried crab and then sugar, and then starch. So it's got a little bit of sweetness to it as it's grinding its way down my throat. It's kind of like sand. It's like trying to swallow sand. But it is weirdly not nearly as fishy as I thought it would be. Let's do another. Why not? We're here. Chewing these is unpleasant. The flavor is weird. We've had weird stuff on here before. But the texture, that ain't right. All right, we'll do one last one. Do things in threes around here, more often than not. All right. Wow, yeah. It gets more unpleasant the more of these I eat. I don't think I do a whole bag of these. This would be something, you know, you just pass around the table. Everybody does one. Yeah. And then at the end of the night, you don't have any friends anymore. All right. Well, as you saw, I put a few of these into my snack hole, and I'm just going to let that one stay. Well, you know, are these any good? No. No. And I think you can tell by my face, no. But am I glad I tried them? Yeah, I am. And thanks again, Emily. Thanks for thinking of me. And, you know, there are a few more treats that Emily sent that we'll try on a different video. Things that definitely, they seem a lot more pleasant. But that's going to do it here for me on this year's birthday special. But I'm going to see all of you folks here next time.